All right. For those that don't know, I am currently studying to become a nurse, and I'm currently waiting for my results of what's called a nursing assistant, which is probably like the lowest level of nursing. And I'm trying to become a BSN, Bachelor of Science of Nursing, which is about a 4-year degree. But your boy is too stupid to transfer to a 4-year university because of his GPA, so now I'm stuck at the bottom. But anyways, that's not the point of the story. So this past Wednesday, I had to take my final state exam to become a nurse's assistant. And that basically requires a written portion and a hands-on portion, right? And nothing. It's not too difficult if you studied, which I did, so it wasn't too difficult for me. Intimidating, I'd say so, but not difficult. Um, so this testing center, I had to go to a specific place. It was in, I believe it was called Summit College, and it's located in San Bernardino. Now, I live in the Los Angeles County, and not just like on the border. No, I live very far. I'm not gonna say where, but for obvious reasons. But I, let's say I live pretty far, okay? And my testing exam was scheduled to be at around 6 p.m. and I decided to leave the house at 4 p.m. because, bear in mind, it's Wednesday. People are still working. And not only that, it's California. California is probably the state with the worst traffic ever. And I'm not even kidding. I've been to a few states around the country a few times in my life, and I guarantee you, California still holds the record for the worst traffic jams of all time. And that day happened to be one of the worst days. So I decided to leave around 4 p.m., get in my car, drive. I blast some Joji on, and I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, GPS says around, I'll be there maybe around 5 p.m., 5:11 p.m., I believe. I did not get there at 5:11 p.m. In fact, I barely made it at 6. So where I put my phone whenever I drive, I put it on this magnetic holder against my windshield so that I can access my phone while still maintaining vision of the road. So I don't have to look down, whether I be changing the music or if I'm need to access the GPS or need to call someone or whatever, right? Just know that like I use it so that I can also maintain a safe vision sense in when I watch the road when I'm driving. As I'm driving, my phone tends to overheat, especially now that it's summer in the middle of August. But it would usually tell me like, "Oh, your phone is overheating," and I would be like, "Okay," so I take it off and I put it on my lap or put it somewhere where I can access it, and that's when I would probably let it cool down. However, for some reason, the my phone did not give me that notification, and then my phone started lagging, and I could tell it was overheating. So I'm like, "Okay, let me put it to the side, right?" But it was so laggy that when I turned to the GPS app, it's so delayed. And I remember I was supposed to make a right somewhere, but I misread it and accidentally got off too early. And I was like, okay, shoot. I realized that because it's my phone starts to say rerouting, but I don't know what happened. It's as if that city area was like a barrier, or there's like a light switch that like went off. Where the second I exit off, my phone said no internet connection, no reception, nothing of that matter. And so my phone was just stuck in this endless loop of just saying rerouting, rerouting, rerouting. And then I look at my Spotify and notice that like only the songs I downloaded were available. So I'm like, oh shoot, I really don't have internet connection at all. Not even reception, so I couldn't even call anyone if I wanted to for help. So I had to, so me being the genius, I decided to close out my GPS and turn it back and then open it app. And lo and behold, because I have no internet connection or any reception for that matter, I could not, it couldn't give me a location. I don't know where I am, and my phone could detect where I am. So I kid you not, I was driving around aimlessly for about, I'd like to say, the next 15, 20 minutes or so, right? And I was just driving around town, and then I decided to look at my address again, and I noticed that said Summit College. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to go look for a Summit College around here. So I opened the GPS one last time, and it worked, but it could not give me a route. It would show me my location, but it would not give me like a straight path, like because it said that I didn't have internet connection, which kind of was like sucks. Like okay, whatever. So I had to basically base it off of the roads, and I located Summit College. It wasn't too far from where I was from where I was located at. So for the next, I'd like to say another like 5, 7 minutes or so, I arrived at Summit College, and I wasn't sure what building to go to because the address they provided me, they didn't specify which area or building to go to. It just said Summit College and like the street it's located on. And so I enter and I asked the lady up front if there is CNA, Certified Nurse Assistant testing exam going on at the moment. She said she was unaware of it. So then I showed her the address and like my flyer, my certification, and she still tells me like she doesn't know, she's not aware of it. And so I'm like, shoot, I'm probably in the wrong building. But thankfully, this guy who turns out to be the testing moderator saw me in my scrubs uniform and told me, "Are you here for the CNA?" And I said yes, and he led me to this room and I took my test. And I looked at the time on my watch, and I was there at 5:47 p.m. when the GPS told me I was gonna be there at 5:11. So I took my tests. I'm still waiting for my results, but yeah, that was a story of how I almost missed my state exam. And if I were to miss it, I would have to not only reschedule it, but I had to pay another, I highlight the word another $120 fee. I don't get refunded, I don't get reimbursed or have credit, or I can just reschedule without a price. Nope, I still have to pay $120 fee. So, moral of the story, just have faith in your GPS system and don't exit off early like I did. Just stick to GPS system and also try Waze instead of Apple Maps. Ever since then, I downloaded Waze and I've heard it's better. It even like apparently like lets you know when there are cops around or anything, something like that. I don't know, but yeah, that's the story.
Just a little update. Literally, as I was editing this video, I found out that I passed. So, yay, congrats me. And now I get to become a certified nurse assistant.